This is Jeff Herring, and I'm here to tell you that you can take what you know and create multiple streams of passive income. And that's where we're going today on the Content Profit Show. So welcome. So glad you guys are here, whether you're listening to the podcast, watching the live cast live, or later on, glad you're here. Coming up, just so you'll know, thanks to y'all making this such a successful show. We started at 1 a week, 2 a week, now we're at 3 a week. So here's the schedule going forward. Okay, trying this out to get everybody in. Mondays at 4, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 12. Got that? Mondays at 4, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 12. And that way we can get all kinds of folks in. And if you're listening or watching, and if you have not yet secured your special guest spot, go to thecontentprofitshow.com/guest. Complicated, right? Thecontentprofitshow.com/guest. Now, speaking of multiple streams of income, I want you to meet Dr. Mark Zuppo. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Jeff. How are you?
Another day in paradise. How about you?
Yes, sir. I'm loving every minute.
Mark lives out, and there's good reason for it, this whole multiple streams of income idea. He's got all kinds of things going on, and I love watching that. What we're going to work on today, folks, is Mark has a course called Multiple Streams Mastery. Great title, by the way. And you said you have it about a third built out?
I'm sorry, say it again.
You said you had it about a third built out?
Yes, it's the infrastructure is there, and some of the videos are done, the welcome videos and so forth.
Okay.
The only thing remaining is just to put the last couple of touches on it, and then a way for people to get to it.
Awesome, awesome. That's going to make our job today even more fun. So we're going to go over here to our screen and share our screen. Okay, let's like that way better. All right. So one of the things Mark did, folks, is he sent me. I don't even know the count, Mark, of how many of things like this, the promotional stuff you've got done. So yay on you. Multiple Streams Mastery, the ultimate multiple streams passive income system. You were going to say?
Yeah, I was just going to say that I've worked on this now for many years indirectly, and the last 2 years directly. I want it to be the best, most well-performing, easy to access, easy to understand system that anyone can use.
I love it.
Anyone.
And in my system, I call that a signature course. It's
Exactly.
what you become known for. Okay.
Exactly.
And this is right for picking. So let's get going here. All right. Dr. Mark's New Digital Empire. I put here towards the middle what you just looked at, Multiple Streams Mastery, and that's what we call a signature course. Now, this screens for a membership afterwards, if you want to do something like that. And the cool thing about that is at least a third of the people that take Multiple Streams Mastery are going to want to go further with you. Okay?
Absolutely.
And then from the different modules, what we can go backwards and build are, mini courses or master classes to drive traffic here, to give people a taste if they're not ready to, to grab the whole thing. And you can even go so far as to do, private clients if you want to. Mm-hmm. What's really cool is what we get to do here. So we've got your Multiple Streams Mastery, and this is a signature course. And the way I set them up, let's see how it works for you. You got the Get Started Here module, right? Mm-hmm. And give them a quick win. That may be taking a piece of content and using it a different way, creating a different stream, okay? On the back end, it's your next success steps, which is, okay, how can they continue to work with you?
Right.
And then how many modules do you think your course will be? Or how many is it?
Actually, I've planned on 12 modules.
Okay.
To get through the entire course on your own, if you were to do it on your own, which isn't really the intent, because I believe in absolutely having support. And that's how I designed it, was to have my support and then ultimately make
Excellent.
individual support. So
Excellent.
12 modules.
Okay. One of the things we may look at, because that's
Too much?
well, it might be. I know you want it to be the signature course. One of the things we can look at, there's a couple ways to reduce that, but still keep it. Okay. We'll look at when we work together. Are there modules we can put into one? 2 modules we can put into one.
Yes,
Okay?
absolutely.
And then the other one is we'll look for is so many people that start working with me, they get hung up on the bonuses, right? And they got to create a brand new bonus. Well, what we can do is pull a module or 2 out of the 12, and those are the bonuses.
There you go.
They don't know the difference.
Right.
It just makes it's perceived easier to consume. Now you mentioned having some videos. One of the easiest ways to do each module is, like you said, videos. And then you can have articles. This is going to go up and then I'll bring it back down. And then this really screams for a checklist. You know, do this, do that, do this, do that. Make sure they're doing the stuff. It also screams for templates.
Jeff, here's what I have so far. And,
Okay.
and this is maybe why it extended to 12 modules, but I extended it giving smaller amounts of information with each module, which made it 12 modules, but they can certainly be used as bonuses or consolidated.
Okay.
At this point, I have a video, a PDF, a PowerPoint presentation, an article list, a checklist, and resources for each module.
Perfect. That's perfect. And so how long do you think each module will be?
The videos are pretty simple. They're from 3 to 5 minutes. They're very short. They're very concise.
Okay, good. Yeah, because we've reached micro land out in the world here. You know, it used to be send a great big case of something and have the thud factor. Now people want, how quick can I get this done? Okay, so you've got videos, articles, checklists, and what else did you say?
A PowerPoint presentation of the steps to take, let's say, a resources list, and a checklist.
Okay. And are you going to be doing these live or recorded?
The video basically describes what's in each one of those sections or those resources in the module.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the beauty of this for the rest of your modules all the way to 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever we land on, is you're just doing the same thing.
Exactly.
Different topic, same stuff. So the beauty is you don't have to reinvent the wheel at all, which is really
one of the things that people, one of the reasons people fail when they follow a course without support, if they try and do it on their own, is they become too complicated.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And my concept is just to make it a simple step-by-step, do this, do this, do this, do this, and then move to the next module.
I'm with you. You've talked about supporting the folks. How do you plan on doing
that? The support is a weekly or biweekly call with a group, and obviously that anyone who opts into the membership automatically becomes a member of the Facebook group. There's also a closed Facebook group for those that decide on individual coaching afterwards as well.
Excellent. So you've got some things out in front of it.
Yes.
That's a great idea. That's with my summer course. That was several modules. That's what we did. On Mondays we did the training. On Tuesday we did the get together. Ask questions, make sure you got it, and that really reinforces stuff. And now there's a couple ways to do that going forward. Once this course is complete, like the one I have now on it's kind of multiple streams, but it's content profit explosion. Is in each module there is the training, there's the original Q&A, there's the updated training, and then there's a place for people to ask questions below. You know, so there's still connections. Okay. because you're going to be taking people far with this. What's the ultimate goal of this course?
Ah, that's where the story comes in. As we discussed earlier, when we talked about the story of accomplishment, when I lost everything, I was $12 million in debt. I had $3 million in the bank. I was retired at 50 years old. I had a 7,000 square foot house, cars, an airplane, the whole 9 yards. When I lost it all because it was all tied in real estate. And in 2007 and 2008, when the market crashed, I lost everything. And I swore that I would never have a single source of income. Now, that doesn't mean having 2 and 3 jobs. That just means a single source of income.
Right.
And I had to prove that I could do it. I started, no kidding, to see if I could spend less than $1 a day and survive, and how long I could do that. Then I upped it to $5 a day, and then $20 a day.
I remember.
That's what I built this course on, to be able to teach people how to have more than one source of income, so they don't have to rely on their job, and be able to produce income passively, but do it easily. I've proved that I can do that from $0 a day, no income whatsoever.
Well, really more than zero, because you were negative 12 million.
Yeah. Well, yeah. When you're bankrupt, foreclosed, and homeless, that's below zero.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry that happened, but I'm also glad it happened to give you to climb out of, because as we shared earlier, the only thing better than a success story is a comeback story.
Yeah.
And for you, because see, you lived your message. You're not just somebody that said, "Oh, I heard about multiple streams, I'll go teach it."
No.
You lived it
this message.
from the ground up. Yeah. You're an evangelist for multiple streams of income. That might be a good title, the multiple streams of income evangelist.
Evangelist. I have to remember that.
And that origin story makes people believe in you, and they think, well, if it was, I don't have it that bad, I can do this too, right?
Yeah.
And
sadly, there are many of those stories from 2007 to 2008.
Yes, I know a lot of people.
But I know people that are still, to this day, struggling because of that, what occurred then.
Yeah, and it's not just in real estate. It can happen in anywhere.
Right.
I lived for years in Tallahassee, the state capital.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting around with a bunch of my friends one day, and we all got talking about what had to happen for them to stay in business, right? And I was a counseling psychologist then, and most of the guys I knew were state workers, right? So they served at the pleasure of the governor and all kind of different stuff. And they were worried because, a new governor was coming in, all this stuff was happening, and they were sharing what needed to happen. And I was kind of unusually quiet, and they went, well, Jeff, come on, contribute. What do you need to happen? And I said, well, I just need people to keep getting married and having kids. And so,
that's right.
I've kept that with me all these years. It's
job security.
Yeah, exactly, because that's going to happen. And there's going to be marital issues. There's going to be kid issues. There's going to be individual issues. Right. And so that's how my practice became multiple streams. And I've taken that, like you, into this new venture. And that, there's honestly, Mark, there are affiliate payments that come in sometimes. And I'm like, where is that from?
Right.
Because I've forgotten I did that. Now, but, it deposits and it spins. So fine. So I love that you're living this. And we can build some cool language around it. Let's back up a little bit.
Okay, sorry.
And then, you've already you said you got some private clients, or you do private work as an option, right?
I do. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which is a cool thing. Now, one of the things we'll look at is we probably call them mini courses because they're shorter. Because let's say we land on 10 modules.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just picking a number. There's so many ways to package that on the front end to get people in. Okay, mm-hmm. You could package each one as a separate course. You could package 3, or 2 or 4 or whatever, mm-hmm. All designed for them to go, well, I got this piece, I want the whole enchilada, right?
That's a good idea.
And then there's lots of ways to get traffic about this. I've seen some of your social media presence, email. Medium is such a sleeping giant site that people don't use right, that we can turn into your traffic and list building and profit machine. I really don't know that we need to have anything here. I know you've got some ebooks out there. Maybe that one story, the what is it called? Adversity Academy?
The Adversity University.
I love it. The Adversity University.
Yeah.
That might be, you know what that could be? I've seen a guy do this back when LinkedIn was focusing on LinkedIn publishing, and he had an article a day with a couple of tips, and then it was his invitation to get his ebook, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, when I got a hold of him and said, "All right, I like what you're doing here. How's the profit in with just this ebook?" And he goes, "Well, I don't make a whole lot out of the ebook, but I make tens of thousands out of the coaching from people that come through the ebook." I'm like,
right. Very good.
Okay, we got a plan there. So possibly an ebook here with the emphasis being, this being your ascension model from free traffic to membership and private clients. I still, people don't believe me when I say this, Mark, but it's absolutely true. I've heard people say that for somebody to come into their model, they have to start here, then go to this, then go to this, and I'm like, are you crazy? I mean, talk about leaving money on the table, because each one of these is an on-ramp to your whole process. Okay? If they come in here, great. Then we're talking membership and private work. They come in here, look at all they can do. But each one of these is an on-ramp into the system. I'm super excited for you because you've lived this, you're living it, and you know it. And there's three kinds of people online. The first type of person is they've heard that something works, and I'm going to teach people how to do it. They've never done it, but they're going to teach people how to do it, right?
Right.
Run like hell. The second type you may learn from. They've done it, okay, but they're no longer doing it. And what you miss out on is the current stuff, the cutting edge stuff.
Right.
The person I try to be and the people I try to train and listen to are those that they've done it, they're doing it, and they've done it, they're teaching it, and they're still doing it.
Absolutely.
And that's where you are. You've done it. It saved you. You're doing it, and now you're teaching it. So cool. All right.
Jeff, here's what my own course has done for me.
Oh, cool. I love it.
I can tell you that no one will ever take a house from me again. Ever. That's what I can accomplish through what I've learned so far. I've learned how to not ever let that happen again. And that's why I'm so passionate to teach other people that, because
I pick up on that passion and I love it.
3 days and you can be in the street in 3 days. Trust me.
Oh yeah. And as you'll recognize from being a fellow Atlantan in what I call one of the suburbs of the great state of Atlanta.
Yeah.
The phrase is what you just said about no one will ever take a house from me again. The phrase is that dog will hunt.
That dog will hunt. That's
right.
That's right.
All right. As we wrap up, Mark, any questions?
No, just putting it together, make it as simple as possible so that anybody can follow it.
Yep.
Happy to entertain anybody's questions ever at any time. I never charge for initial consultations or even extended consultations, because the idea here is I want to help people, because this is what it took to get me back to living a real life.
I absolutely love the story.
Doesn't mean 3 jobs. It just means
Right.
more than one source of income.
That's good. That's a very important distinction. And so as this goes out on podcasts and livecast and articles and videos and webinar replays, you'll be getting people asking questions. So we'll hook that up. Mark, outstanding job. You've got so much to bring people. I'm excited for 2 sets of people. 1 for you, and 2 for all the people you're going to help. So thanks for being such a great guest. close out here with some upbeat, crazy, energizing music. Right?
Thanks. Take care.